Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey, podcast family, welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 408. I'm Phil Graham. I love AI, and today I'm going to talk about AI and Facebook ads because so many advertisers and marketers make costly mistakes when it comes to AI and their ads. Look, AI is amazing, but skill also matters. And it's often the difference between failure and success when you're running your ads, when you're creating a business. So today we're going to be talking about some of the most common costly mistakes that people use with AI as it relates to their ads. So happy March, my friends. I am so glad you're here. Spring is just around the corner, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. Before we jump into the content, if you guys are looking for some help with your ads, whether it's somebody to run them for you so you can go do what you do best, or you want to learn how to run ads and learn it in what I would consider the best way in the world to learn through one-on-one coaching and consulting, for either one of those things, just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, and I would love to connect with you. We'll set up a short Zoom call and go from there. So I want to dive right in and talk about these costly mistakes people use with AI and their Facebook ads. Let me be clear, I'm not saying to not use AI. I absolutely love it. I use it for lots of stuff, but so many advertisers, marketers, and business owners use it in ways that hurt them more than help them. So let's talk about some of these costly mistakes. And let's start with number one. I see a lot of advertisers, especially some of the more inexperienced ones, but I see this across the board too, where they expect the AI to essentially do all of the work. That is a huge mistake. If you think AI will fix a bad offer for you or overcome a bad offer, or a bad creative, or worse, even a bad strategy, which is one of the most important things to your success in many situations when it comes to ads. AI cannot overcome a lot of those things. It's a tool. It's not a magic bullet. Skill matters. You should be focusing on really having like the strong marketing and advertising fundamentals so that you're great at it. So that you have offers that are great and you've got messaging that's compelling. And more importantly, you've got a really defined, clear strategy that you use data to make decisions on. And then you can use AI to enhance it. But you're not replacing that approach. You're taking your skill and enhancing it through AI, not replacing it. And many times that can make a huge difference between somebody's failure or success. Mistake number two is relying way too much on AI for targeting with your ads. And you're just letting the AI handle all the targeting without really checking some things and doing some things on your own. A lot of people do this. In fact, they'll only use Advantage Plus audiences on Facebook, on Meta, which I think is a huge mistake. I love those audiences, but not by themselves. There's a lot of other good options you should be doing. So you should really be looking at using AI to generate audience ideas and avatars and things like that, but you want to refine them based off of what you know about your market and your ideal customers, as well as your competitors as well. You know, another part of this big mistake people make is just overusing broad audiences. I'm a fan of broad audiences, but that's not the only thing we do. We love using custom audiences and lookalikes and interest-based audiences and segmented audiences. Sometimes those do a lot better than AI and or broad audiences, and other times they don't. So it's important to really be testing both of those types of things, instead of just relying on AI to just do it all for you, because if you do, there's a good chance that you're going to have some problems. Mistake number three, a lot of people do this. They misuse automated ad creative tools. So this is a big mistake. So Meta, for example, has Advantage Plus creative tools that make it really easy to do all kinds of variations to your creative. But here's the problem. Many times, and it blows my mind. A lot of people just check the boxes or just allow it to do it, but they don't even see what it says. If you go in there and look, many times it's going to suggest and actually put things in there that either don't align with your brand or your product or service, or sometimes are completely false, or even sometimes even against their own terms and conditions for personal attributes or other things. It can put things in your creatives or your ad copy that you actually don't want to say. So what you want to do is, number one, it doesn't mean you don't use those at all. You can use that stuff if you want. Although I find a lot of that to be subpar. But with that being said, if you're using it, make sure you monitor it. Make sure you're looking at exactly what it's doing and test that against manual versions that you create yourself, because there's a good chance, especially if you're good at this, the manual stuff is probably going to be a lot better. Mistake number 4 is so many advertisers just blindly trust AI generated ad copy. This is a huge mistake. I see so many people that will just copy and paste from ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini or Claude or anywhere else. They'll copy and paste their AI generated copy, but they don't change the tone. They don't give it more clarity. They don't put some of their persuasion factors in, or they don't really make it their own. There's a lot of issues with AI generated copy. First of all, AI is built on so many things all over the internet, and some of it is good, a lot of it is not so good. AI is amazing, but you've got to make it your own. Let me just put it this way. I love competing against AI ad copy. I wish everybody did AI ad copy, because it's like a professional team competing against a high school team. I love it, because when you have skill and you use AI to supplement what you're doing, but you're using your skill to create something amazing, and then you're going up against just, crappy AI copy, it's a great thing for you, not so good for your competitors. So my recommendation is to get really good at this stuff. Use AI to help you, but not replace your skill. And so use it, for example, for ideas, for concepts, for first drafts, or even basic drafts, but then edit those to add your differentiation or your personality, any kind of persuasion that you need, or anything that's specific to your brand or situation. And when you can do that, I believe it gives you much, much better ad copy than what ChatGPT spits out on its own. And that is by a country mile. And then last but not least, mistake number 5, so many advertisers fail to train AI with high quality, relevant data. So for example, feeding AI outdated or poor quality data, whether you're doing that in ChatGPT or any of the other AI providers, what you put into AI makes a big difference to what you get out of it. And so you want to make sure, if you're using it, you create something that is amazing, that's specific to you. One of the things that I teach certain clients, and I've had people come to me for consulting just for this, for example, is how to create a dashboard in ChatGPT or any other AI provider that is specific to your business, that'll help it know your brand voice. And that's very important. Even with that, you still have to edit the output, but it gives you a much better head start. And it helps to give the AI quality data that it needs. The other part of the data that's important is making sure that your pixel is in place and that it's everywhere it needs to be, and that it's firing properly and connected properly, as well as like your conversion tracking, your analytics, and all of those things, because the Meta AI needs that as well. So you guys, these 5 mistakes are really important to try and overcome, because they can make a big difference. And if you avoid these costly mistakes, that could be something that really could take you to the next level. And as always, just a reminder, it's always important to point out that every business is unique. Results can vary. There's no guaranteed outcomes. So always keep that in mind. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. If you do have questions about any of this, philgrahamdigital.com is my website, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. I love AI. I love ads. It's a great combination. Episode 408 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will talk to you on next week's episode. Have a great week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.